So I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll make it clear. I'll state my case, of which I am certain. I've lived a life that's full, traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do. I saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I guess you knew, when I bit off much more than I could chew. But with it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up, then spit it out. I grew tall in spite of it all, and did it my way. I've loved, laughed and cried. I had my fill, my share of losing. And now as tears subside, I find it's all quite amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy, no, 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 it was my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my
Looking for a fast way to track what's moving online right now? Head over to Qnotables.com. It's a centralized index of notable clips, headlines, and references being shared across the community, organized for quick browsing. Use it to spot patterns, pull links, and build your own research list. Qnotables.com. Browse the notables, verify the facts, stay informed. All reports can be found on Q Research or Qnotables.com. Notables do not equal endorsements. We are researchers who deal in open source information, reasoned argument, and dank memes. We do battle in the sphere of ideas and ideas only. We neither need nor condone the use of force in our work here.
From the Q Research Board's April 8, 2026, President Donald Trump announced a 2-week ceasefire with Iran after talks involving Pakistani leaders and a 10-point proposal from Tehran, tying the pause to the immediate and safe reopening of the Strait of Hormuz as Washington pushes for a long-term settlement in the Middle East. President Donald Trump warned that any country supplying military weapons to Iran will face an immediate 50% tariff on goods sold into the United States, adding economic pressure to the military and diplomatic campaign now unfolding around the ceasefire. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt defended the administration's ceasefire framework after the Iran announcement, as the White House moved quickly to explain enforcement, regional security, and the next phase of negotiations. The Justice Department is investigating former Trump White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson over her role as a star witness during the January 6th hearings, as Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche signals a more aggressive posture toward false statements and politically charged cases. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche unveiled a new fraud crackdown at the Justice Department, including a national fraud enforcement division focused on large-scale public corruption, benefits fraud, and government abuse cases. Georgia lawmakers advanced Senate Bill 440 through the House in a fight centered on prescription barriers and pharmacy access, keeping healthcare policy in the spotlight as the measure moves through the final stages of the legislative process. California First Partner Jennifer Siebel Newsom is under fire after recounting the death of her sister while speaking to inmates at San Quentin, igniting a fresh fight over crime, victim empathy, and public messaging from elected families. Representative Paulina Luna blasted members of Congress as immoral officials who abuse their office and dishonor the institution, adding to public frustration over ethics, internal feuds, and the credibility crisis on Capitol Hill.
At shop.isawaya.com, everything you buy supports Acun.top, the place where people talk freely no matter what. Check out our Acun Honey Pot, a jar of yummy honey that's as strong as your voice. Put it on toaster and tea. It's not just honey, it's freedom in every bite. Then there's Acun Butter, a smooth handmade skin cream that makes you feel good while you fight for what's right. Awesome wood and pieces for display only. Hang them up or set them out. They're for showing off Acun's tough spirit. Want to help even more? Get a proto membership. So go to shop.isawaya.com now and grab some goodies. Help Acun.top keep free speech alive, and let's keep the ideas flowing loud and free.
All reports can be found on Q Research or Qnotables.com. Notables do not equal endorsements. We are researchers who deal in open source information, reasoned argument, and dank memes. We do battle in the sphere of ideas and ideas only. We neither need nor condone the use of force in our work here. From the Q Research Board's April 8, 2026, in Georgia's special congressional runoff, Trump-endorsed Republican Clay Fuller won the race to replace Marjorie Taylor Greene in the House, keeping the seat in Republican hands and delivering an early test of President Trump's political strength. Questions circulated online after older Q-related material resurfaced, asking why some Iranian opposition accounts were using QAnon-related tags on social media, fueling renewed debate over whether that activity reflects organic protest messaging, opportunistic amplification, or coordinated anti-regime influence efforts. Vice President J.D. Vance traveled to Budapest, publicly backed Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán, and put President Trump on speaker before a roaring crowd, turning the visit into a show of nationalist alignment and transatlantic political messaging. The Iran ceasefire remained under pressure after missile fire was reported toward Israel, including Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, as both sides disputed the terms and tested whether the pause would hold. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu backed the Trump ceasefire with Iran, while saying the deal does not apply to Lebanon, while French President Emmanuel Macron pushed for Lebanon to be included, exposing a major fault line in efforts to contain the regional war. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Kane told reporters the United States met its military objectives against Iran and remains ready to resume operations immediately if the ceasefire collapses. Secretary of State Marco Rubio met with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte as Washington coordinated alliance strategy around Iran, regional security, and the diplomatic fallout from the ceasefire deal. Energy markets were hit again after Saudi Arabia's east-west pipeline to the Red Sea was struck in a drone attack, raising the stakes for global oil flows as the Strait of Hormuz remains central to the broader confrontation.
Every voice matters. The power of free speech is more important than ever. Imagine a place where you can share your thoughts freely, explore new ideas, and engage in meaningful conversations anonymously. With online anonymity, you can express yourself without fear of judgment. It's about freedom, creativity, and connection. Join the conversation that matters. Embrace your voice. Celebrate your freedom. Visit 8kun.top today. That's 8kun.top.
All reports can be found on Q Research or Qnotables.com. Notables do not equal endorsements. We are researchers who deal in open source information, reasoned argument, and dank memes. We do battle in the sphere of ideas and ideas only. We neither need nor condone the use of force in our work here. From the Q Research Board's April 8, 2026, Russian-aligned voices escalated their threats against the United Kingdom after British-made drones were reportedly used in a Ukrainian strike on a key Russian bridge, with one Kremlin ally openly threatening London landmarks. A commentary circulating online argued that President Trump's warning to Iran was delivered in language the regime understands, comparing his wording to the kind of threats Tehran has used for decades against the United States, Israel, and the West, as the crisis unfolds not just as a military contest but as a psychological one. In California, an Orange County man pleaded guilty in a massive Medi-Cal fraud scheme involving nearly $270 million in bogus claims, in one of the largest healthcare fraud cases now moving through federal court. In Florida, a Haitian illegal immigrant is accused of murdering a gas station clerk with a hammer in Fort Myers as homicide charges move forward and federal immigration authorities place a detainer on the suspect. New migration data show that New York City and Seattle continue losing domestic residents each year, underscoring the long-term pressure high housing costs and affordability problems are placing on major coastal cities. A newly surfaced report says the CIA used a classified capability known as Ghost Murmur to locate a downed American airman in Iran by detecting the electromagnetic signature of a human heartbeat, pointing to a major leap in battlefield recovery technology. A post attributed to Q circulated the message that military moves would not be telegraphed and that pressure would instead be used to flush out the enemy, as supporters tied the message to the administration's Iran posture and the idea of strategic silence during a live operation. The day's official Washington schedule reflected the pressure of the moment, with Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth briefing alongside General Dan Kane, Secretary Marco Rubio meeting NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, and Caroline Leavitt addressing reporters at the White House, showing the administration running a full-court press across military, diplomatic, and public messaging channels.
Don'tDeleteMeBro.com. 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 Share the site with others. Don'tDeleteMeBro.com. 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 Share the site with others. Don'tDeleteMeBro.com.
That's all for now. Stay alert, stay informed, and never hand your thinking over to anyone on a screen, including me. God bless you, God bless our troops, and God bless the United States of America. See you soon.